Hey guys, I'm Andrew, also known as I Am Android, and I love to talk about movies and TV shows way too much. With that being said, in today's video, I'm going to be ranking all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies from the worst to the best, and I would love to hear your guys' rankings in the comments down below. In 10th place, I got Turtle Forever from 2003 series. Not a good movie, don't recommend it, I give it a 1 out of 10. In 9th place, I got TMNT 2022, and it is really bad. It is so stupid. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense. None of the characters are interesting. So I give it a 1.5 out of 10. In 8th place, I got Batman vs. TMNT. Literally doesn't well. It literally stupid. It doesn't make sense. The characters are all over the place. The turtles are not enjoyable. Even Batman isn't enjoyable. The villains in Joker are not really good in this one, so I rate it a 1.9 out of 10. In 7th place, I have TMNT 1993. First off, the turtles look horrible. They got designs horrible wrong, and everything about this is just plain dumb. Splinter looks okay, but other than that, it's nothing. He's a new design in this one, and it's not as bad as the ones previously. The dialogue is childish, the acting is pretty bad, and the storyline barely makes any sense. There's a script of the 90s pop culture reference again, but there aren't any intelligent film in this movie or anything smart in this movie. And literally, everything is stupid. The characters are not good. They travel back in time, which I thought was pretty stupid. And it does not feel like a TMNT movie. And the weapons make a return, and it's kind of stupid and weird. And I do not like it. Casey Jones was just plain utterly stupid and unwatchable. And April O'Neil was barely in this movie, and she was recast. But everything of that, I do not like. I do not like this movie. It is a 2 out of 10. In 6th place, I got TMNT 1990. This movie is good, but no more than less as the main problem is the story's plot. And it's just too similar to the comics to stand out on its own. And the Turtles are best suited for TV. So if you just want to watch something quality ninja entertainment, just go check out the 2012 show because it's better and it's worth it. And I will give credit where credit is due that the casting of Casey Jones is absolutely perfection. Shredder is also super good and the suits for the turtles look great, even though by today's standards it wouldn't be super good. But for the time, it was kind of peak, which is why I rate this movie a 3 out of 10. In 5th place, I got Secret of the Ooze TMNT. Personally, I thought this film was just okay. Best out of the entire trilogy, but it's still super fun and it's kind of classic to me. And I will say it's an overall decent film. It's kind of underrated, and I love everything about this movie. I love the protect the king signature of the ooze that is responsible for creating the turtles. The evil Shredder in this film, following the events of the first film, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well as Splinter are living with April and looking for another place to live in the following events of the first film. However, things get corny when Shredder is using a canister of ooze that is responsible for the ooze that was used back when the turtles were babies, as well as Splinter's responsibility for training them. The ooze is created and Shredder into the Super Shredder, and that is the turtles that they have to stop Super Shredder from doing whatever his plot was. Now, around the halfway point is when the film gets corny and silly. Toka and Razar are great additions since they are like Bebop and Rocksteady. But other than that, I rate this movie a 3.5 out of 10. In 4th place, I got TMNT 2007. In my opinion, this is the cinematic underrated film of the movies of the TMNT Turtles, and it has the amazing cast including Mako as Splinter, Chris Evans as Casey Jones, and even Sir Patrick Stewart as Max Winters as Yotai. I also love the conflict between Leo and Ralph. I love the concept of the Stone Brotherhood, and the jokes are really funny. Not only that, I actually really like the CGI animation, and it really has aged quite well. The cast is super great, especially Chris Evans as Casey Jones in the movie. He was my favorite part, so I give this movie a 6 out of 10. In third place, I got TMNT 2014. This film was pretty good. Got to love the epic fight scenes in this one, and the mountain scene is my favorite scene in the movie. My main problem with this is the Shredder design suit. It kind of looks like he is a transformer. It got all the tropes you know from the cartoons, such as Leonardo, Raphael, button heads, Michelangelo being a dude and a lovable pizza lover, and Donatello having the brains, and Splinter being a martial arts expert. And I literally liked everything about this movie. My other favorite scene in this movie is the elevator scene when she's like, MC Mikey, and then they just fight the foot boss when it's literally the doors open. I thought that was so great. And I just rate this 8 out of 10. In my runner-up spot, I got TMNT 2016, Out of the Shadows. This movie is so awesome. I love the CGI. I love the character development. And I took a lot of inspiration from the 2012 TV show into this movie. And my favorite characters in this movie was Bebop and Rocksteady. And I like how they got mutated and everything. It literally gave me Spider-Man vibes. And I thought that was really cool that the clothes and armor of the turtles were wearing were so cool. And I saw on the internet that Kane was going to be in this movie, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be so peak and everything. And I like how he's like a big gumball and a big thing of gum, even though he's like a brain. I thought that was kind of cool, and I literally enjoyed this movie. The 3D and realistic parkour was so cool, and the stunts and the camera work I loved, and the soundtrack and the music was so awesome and so fire. And I will say I liked Stephen Emmett as Casey Jones. He, if you don't know, he played the Arrow in the DC TV show universe. But I will say, Megan Fox literally got done Transformers after Rise of the Moon, or whatever it was called, because she literally didn't want to work with Michael Bay anymore. But yet she got casted as April O'Neil in these movies. So there's something going on behind the scenes that we don't really know about. But I love everything about this movie, and everything is so peak, which is why I rate it a 9 out of 10. But in first place, I got Mutant Mayhem. After years of being sheltered from the human world, the Turtles, the brothers, set out and win every hearts of the New Yorkers and was accepted by normal teenagers and everybody in New York. They were heroes. Their new friends, April O'Neil, helps them take on a mysterious crime, and soon they get in over their heads when an army of mutants is unleashed upon them. I also really liked how this movie is voiced by actual kids and everything, and they voice the turtles, which makes it feel like an actual Ninja Turtle movie to me. But I also really like the references to the real world and that they reference Endgame and everything. I literally lost my sign. But this movie has stacked voice cast like Ice Cube, Paul Rudd, and everything. It was so good, so peak, which is why I rate this movie a 10 out of 10, and I cannot wait for the sequel. But with that being said, guys, I'm Andrew, also known as Iron Android, and if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more like it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and turn on notifications. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my gaming channel and my TikTok. Link will be in the descriptions for both of those things. But with that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Peace, y'all.